Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to have probably a not so popular conversation about play to earn NFT gaming because it's all the rage at the moment, and we went through this massive period where everything was like coming up, but now that games are starting to launch, I've been watching a few of the newer games come out and seeing a very concerning supply and demand curve issue around the launch of these games and people getting absolutely wrecked by it, and then communities turning completely toxic. So I want to try and avoid that as much as possible, let you guys know the cautions that I want to give, because when I saw NFT gaming first, I thought it was a fantastic idea. Coming from mobile gaming myself, where people spend thousands of dollars a month to play a game and get nothing in return. The way I viewed NFT gaming and what it was going to do was going to be that those players who spent all that money, maybe instead of when they want to play a different game, instead of their game just like all that money they put in just going to nothing, maybe they could sell it and recoup some of what they paid for their fun time, and then take that into the next game to continue having fun. But where the space is at the moment, where that we like everyone joining these games at the moment, it feels like is in it to make money as opposed to have fun gaming. Even though I think there are some people that are in it to have fun gaming, the ratio is completely warped, and that's when you end up getting people buying in at the tops and getting absolutely dumped on and wrecked. So I want to talk about that because, like I said, the launches of these games are completely broken. So hopefully I can avoid you guys getting stomped on. Okay, so for this one, there's three games that I really want to look at. One being Heroes and Empires, which isn't a very big game. I haven't seen many people talk about it. It's an idle auto battler game. This is the game here. You can see you jump in, you go ahead. It just auto battles itself. It's idle. You collect AFK rewards. Not many people have been talking about it. It's not as big. I enjoy these type of games, so I've actually been having fun in the ecosystem of this game. The next one is going to be Axie. We're going to talk briefly about SLP, and then I'm going to look at Thetan Arena with the Thetan coin. Now, I've played a tiny bit of Thetan Arena as free to play. It's a game that I don't see myself trying to play to make money, and if I was playing a game, I'd rather play Brawl Stars, which is by Supercell, who made Clash of Clans, if you know that, and it's just a far superior game for playing. It doesn't have earning capabilities, but it's a game that I would rather play over this one. So I haven't put too much time into Thetan Arena. I think it's a little bit overhyped at the moment, but that's just my personal opinion. It's based on the market, it could do anything, but we're looking specifically at the currency coins that you earn in the game, which is THC, not THG, which is their governance token. That's why with Axie, we're looking at SLP, not AXS. And Heroes and Empires is an interesting one where they only have one token. So I want to go through these, talk about launches and adoption phases of these games, and try and avoid some of you guys getting wrecked at these stages. So basically, what we see here in Axie is when you start to get some big adoption and you get an increase in players, we do get a massive pump in the price of SLP, because in Axie, it's a bit different. You need the SLP to breed. So breeders are breeding because they're selling, which means they're making money, which they're happy to do it. But the problem we have in the entire space at the moment is we have more people trying to make money than we do have gamers putting money into the game just to have fun. Like, there's no people paying to have fun in the space at the moment. There may be a few, but it's a very small percent. Everyone is trying to make money. And the problem when everyone coming into these games is trying to make money, it's that there's no money going into the ecosystem, but there's heaps coming out. So what happens when you get adoption curves like this in Axie is that the prices go up because everyone's coming in. So then you have more demand than supply. But once that ratio of people coming in slows down, then you start to see these big dumps because everyone who's just come in is just straight trying to extract money out of the game. Now, when you introduce burning mechanics and stuff like that, I think, yes, you will get a period where the price of, say, SLP and Axie will spike, but once that supply demand curve levels out and flips, you will get the same thing. You'll have a spike and then you'll have it steadily going down, because even though they introduce more methods to burn the SLP, at the moment, the way the space is, you still have more people wanting to extract value out rather than put money in to have fun. And that's just the natural way it is. Until, I don't know how many years' time, when we get a lot more gamers into the space who literally just download these things off their iPhone or their Android and then just start paying with credit card for transactions. Until we get to that state, I think it's still going to be a lot of crypto people in the space who really, in the end, people are in crypto at the moment because they want to make money. So that's just the way it is. So when we look at Thetan Arena, I just wanted to show you this one. This is THC. This is the coin you get in the game. You can see we're down 78% from the all-time high. Down 4% today. And this is where you see videos, you know, like I think I saw one that said like making $100 an hour in Thetan Arena. And like, as soon as you see that, it's sort of, I don't want to say like the saying is true, but it's one of those ones you've got to pay attention to. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If you can earn $100 a day playing a game and you're not like the world's best player, it's kind of, you know, if you're just participating to get that, it's got to put up a red flag. And basically what happens at these stages is those things happen at the launch of these games. As you can see, THC absolutely going crazy here at the start of the game because it's new and everyone's still coming in, but then everyone just starts extracting that value out and then the price comes down. Moving on from that, we have Heroes and Empires, another prime example. As you can see here, we're down 70% from the all-time high. We're actually up 44% today. Actually, let's refresh. It's been a little bit since I put this here. Okay, we're up 43% for the day. So, and what you can see here is the same thing. I think this was launched and then we had a dip and then we had a big rise up again. But what happens is like during these phases, once again, I'm going to use Heroes and Empires as an example because I'm actually playing 5 accounts in this game because I'm actually having fun with it, believe it or not. And I've been playing the market a lot. I made back my money in the market, but I want to show you this exact ecosystem so you can get an idea of what you're looking for when these games launch. So this game has a market. To play the game, you have to have 5 heroes. Now, to get 5 heroes, you have to buy them off the marketplace, or they had these chests, but ignore the chests because they were only for early adopters. But you can buy heroes off the marketplace, and you get heroes because players earn scrolls in the game, and then they summon them here, which gives them heroes, which they can list on the marketplace. So what you have when the game launches, everyone's trying to play. So to play, they need to buy the token because they need to buy heroes. So as they're buying the token, the price of the token's going up. And then as they're buying heroes, there's more demand for these heroes than there is supply because there's not enough people in the game yet, which means the price of these heroes gets really high. For instance, if we look at something like Tusk, this guy here was selling at about 800 tokens when the price was at this peak of like 70, 80 cents. So you can see that like these highly sought after heroes during this highly sought after time for the token, everyone getting into the game, get massively, massively inflated. So you've got like a 4x on the price of the coin, and then you've also got a 4x on the price of the hero, and things get absolutely insane. So like I said, you've got people buying the token to buy the heroes, people buying the heroes, upping the price of the heroes. And then as everyone who's like sort of in this wave, now this can happen again. For instance, this game, I can see this sort of thing happening again, maybe when they introduce their mobile version or they introduce scholarships, because then that is a period of high demand, like where demand outmeasures supply. So basically what happens is once we get everyone in the game, then we've got a bunch of people playing who are in the game earning the token, which you get from playing the game, doing summons, making more heroes, flooding into the market. But because we don't have anyone coming into the game, you have a bunch of people dumping the token, a bunch of people dumping heroes on the market, which then reduces the price of heroes, reduces the price of the token. Then the people who got in early start getting really toxic in the Discord. Like, trust me, and I've seen it in just about every new game Discord that I've gone into. After they launch, about a week happens, this sort of thing happens, and then it becomes toxic. I've seen it in other ones that are sort of like, you know, Crypto Blades clones, which I hate those games anyway, but I was just curious about it. But yeah, you end up with really toxic environments, and then everyone gets scared, and then everyone starts to dump their tokens, dump their heroes because they want to exit because they're like, oh, it's all going to zero, which further increases this rapid rate of decrease going to zero. And then eventually these games will probably hit a balance point that sort of makes sense. For this game, I honestly saw from the very start the balance point of HE being somewhere between 15 and 30 cents. However, the devs in this game have been doing very rapid changes, which some I completely don't understand, and they've been doing some crazy stuff. So that's the other thing you got to consider. These games are still controlled by developers who are making changes to try and fix it. Even if they're not doing the right thing, they're trying something which can then also have an impact on all of these things. So there's so much volatility in this space. And the main takeaway I wanted to get out from this video is be cautious around the launch of these games, because that's when they normally have their massive rise. And depending on supply and supply demand curves, you're probably going to see a pretty big dump after the massive pump. Now, it's not guaranteed, but that's just something that I've been noticing in a lot of these games. The other thing is, if you think you'll just enjoy the game and you're happy to put money in to play the game and have fun, then cool. Like, just don't put money in that you're going to lose it if it goes to zero. Because not lose the money, I mean lose your shit. Because there's too many people losing their shit over $100 to $500. And it's like, I just don't get the mentality of you can't expect to receive money out of these things. I know the space is called play to earn, which gives that sense of entitlement, but you've also got to do your own risk management, because at the end of the day, there's way more people trying to make money than there is actually putting money in for the fun. So eventually prices do have to go to a certain balance point that actually makes some sense. And like I said, if you're making $100 an hour for participating in a game ecosystem, it's probably not going to last forever. But anyway, guys, hope that made some sense. Hope that gave you some insight. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.